Before we begin, thank you for tuning into Neroji Story Family, where inspiring, emotional, and motivational stories are shared to encourage hearts, build faith, and remind us that every struggle has a purpose. Today's story is titled, Don't Be Jealous of Me, I Am Carried by Grace. There was once a young man who grew up in a small community where poverty was so common that many people believed success was only for those who were born into wealthy families. His father struggled to feed the family, and his mother sold little things by the roadside just to make sure there was food on the table. Every day, the young man walked long distances because he could not afford transportation. He wore the same clothes repeatedly until people could recognize him from afar. His shoes were worn out, and sometimes he attended important events wearing sandals because that was all he had. People laughed at him. Some called him a dreamer. Others called him a failure even before he had the chance to succeed. Whenever he shared his dreams, they would say, "Dreams don't feed the hungry. People like you don't become successful. Face reality instead of living in fantasy." Those words hurt him deeply, but he refused to allow them to bury his destiny. Instead of arguing, he became quieter. Instead of complaining, he became stronger. Instead of giving up, he worked harder. Every morning before the sun came out, he was already awake, praying for strength and another opportunity to improve his life. He believed that one day his story would change, not because he was the smartest, not because he had powerful connections, but because he believed that God's grace can take a person where human strength cannot. Years passed. Nothing seemed to change. He applied for jobs and received rejection after rejection. He started businesses that failed. He trusted people who betrayed him. He invested his savings and lost everything. At one point, he questioned himself, "Am I really meant to succeed?" But every time he wanted to quit, something inside him whispered, "Keep moving. Your season has not arrived yet." So he continued. He learned new skills. He improved himself. He treated people with kindness even when they treated him badly. He celebrated other people's success instead of becoming jealous. Many people thought he was foolish. They said, "Look at him clapping for others while his own life is still difficult." He simply smiled because he understood that jealousy has never changed anyone's destiny. Then one ordinary morning, something extraordinary happened. A small opportunity came his way. Many people ignored it because it looked too small to matter. But he grabbed it with both hands. He gave it everything he had. That small opportunity became a bigger opportunity. The bigger opportunity opened another door. Soon, people began to notice him. His name started appearing in places where nobody expected. His business grew. His finances improved. His family moved into a better home. People who once refused to answer his greetings suddenly wanted to sit with him. Those who mocked him now called him my brother. Some even claimed they had always believed in him. Others became jealous. Instead of asking how they could improve themselves, they began spreading rumors. He must know important people. Nobody becomes successful like this. Something is not right. The young man heard everything. He never argued. One day, someone asked him, "Why is everything working for you?" He smiled and replied, "Don't be jealous of me. I'm carried by grace. You saw me driving today. You didn't see the days I walked for hours under the hot sun. You saw me smiling today. You didn't see the nights I cried myself to sleep. You saw the success. You didn't witness the sacrifice. You saw the victory. You didn't fight the battles. You saw the open doors. You didn't experience the countless doors that were slammed in my face." People often admire the fruits but ignore the roots. They celebrate the crown but never ask about the cross. They celebrate the light but forget the long nights of darkness. Grace is not an excuse for laziness. Grace works best in the life of someone who refuses to give up. Grace is what keeps you standing after life knocks you down again and again. Grace is what gives you peace when everything around you says panic. Grace is what makes one phone call change your entire life. Grace is what causes people you've never met to believe in you. Grace is what opens doors that qualifications alone cannot open. Grace is what protects you from dangers you never even knew existed. There are people who are more educated than you. There are people who are more connected than you. There are people who have more money than you. Yet somehow, grace places you where human calculations cannot explain. That is why you should never envy another person's testimony. You don't know what they survived. You don't know the prayers they prayed. You don't know the tears they shed. You don't know the battles they fought in silence. Instead of asking, why them? Ask yourself, what can I learn while waiting for my own season? Remember this, the eagle does not compete with the sparrow. The lion does not compare itself with the goat. The sun never competes with the moon. Each shines at its appointed time. Your season may not look like someone else's season, but when your appointed time comes, nobody can stop what God has prepared for you. Never allow jealousy to poison your heart. Jealousy steals your joy. Bitterness blinds your vision. Hatred delays your progress. But gratitude attracts peace. Humility attracts favor. Hard work prepares you for opportunity. Faith keeps you moving when nothing seems to be happening. And grace does what human effort alone cannot do. So if people ask why you keep smiling in difficult times, tell them, I am carried by grace. If they wonder why you refuse to give up after many disappointments, tell them, I am carried by grace. If they become jealous when your life begins to change, simply smile and say, don't be jealous of me. I am carried by grace. As we come to the end of today's story, always remember this. Your breakthrough will not come because everyone believes in you. It will not come because everyone supports you. It will come because God's grace can lift one person higher than 1,000 human opinions can hold them down. Never stop working, never stop praying, never stop believing. Your present situation is not your final destination. The same grace that carried others can carry you too. Thank you for watching Nero G Story family. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs encouragement today. May grace speak for you where your voice cannot. May favor open doors no one can close. And may your life become a testimony that inspires generations. Remember always, don't be jealous of me. I am carried by grace.